Welcome to Ivy Studios, my brand new state-of-the-art $1.5 million recording studio here in Uptown Oklahoma City. If you've been a fan of me for a long time, you know we're entering a new era, so I'm so excited to show you. And if you're an artist, you're definitely gonna wanna stick around throughout this video because I have a huge opportunity for y'all to come to this studio, record some music, and hopefully work with me. That's enough yap. Let me show you around. First things first, we got this massive mural, the massive Ivy logo mural. The Ivy logo was inspired by the New York Yankees logo because it's iconic, but the name Ivy is really short for Ivy League. And the thing is, I'm really trying to create something that thinks of itself as so much bigger, like the pinnacle. I want to create the new gold standard for creators and pursuing a career in creativity. So yeah, maybe Ivy League, maybe it sounds a little over ambitious, but that's what I'm going for. On top of that, Ivy grows from the ground up, and everything that I have built in my life, my business, my career, has all been by myself from the ground up. And also, of course, I have my team. I didn't do it all alone, but you know. Let me show you Studio B. So here we are in Studio B. This is the smaller of our two rooms. This room is mostly for mastering, mixing, production, and solo artist sessions. We have my boy Odie here. He is our studio manager slash general manager here. Yeah, I was in charge of doing all the design and the aesthetic stuff, but he'll explain some of the more nerdy stuff because I don't really know what anything does.
We have one vocal chain, really, that everyone would use. We have the 1073 and then the Two-Tech CL1B. We have 8 preamps over here made by SSL that are very useful, especially when we're doing drums.
This is a really nice, message to all of our guests. Hey man, this is expensive stuff.
Yeah, bro. For monitoring, we have the PMC 6.2s, and I mean, they're like the size of a microwave, and they fill up this entire room.
And how much did they cost?
11,500. Yeah. Yeah, they're not cheap. They're not as cheap as a microwave, but they're the size of a microwave.
We're in the process of creating a sort of webcam and light atmosphere. Will this turn on?
Not right now.
Oh, yeah. Wow. So what we want to do is have people be able to create content. So if they're making music, and then they can make content while they're making music, which I feel like is not something that a lot of studios are maybe retrofitting inside of their studios. But it was really important to me because, I mean, I'm going to make content in here, right? So I wanted to create an environment that felt like cozy and like soft. And I don't know if you can really tell on the camera, but this is fabric. So all of the walls are entirely wrapped in fabric besides the slat wall here. When you're in here, it just feels like cozy. It feels like you're just like all of the walls is like a big bed.
It does.
Like you just want to lay right here. I think somebody already did. That's why there's already a brown stain. See, that's the downside of having fabric walls is it can get dirty, but let's go into the booth.
We wanted it to be super easy to shoot videos in any room. So basically throughout the whole building, we hardwired XLR cables, you know, mic cables. We have probably 2 to 4 Ethernet inputs and then 2 to 4 SDI inputs. And the reason we wanted to do that is so, you know, one, there's no cables hanging around everywhere. And also we can integrate the entire building. So if one room sounds cooler for certain vocals or a certain instrument, then we can plug directly into the wall and it'll go directly into the patch bay of any studio and you can record from there. So in every room you'll see panels just like that and it'll connect to any studio.
More about the booth in particular, obviously, we got the crown jewel right here. We got the Sony C800G. Little fun fact, when we bought that microphone 2 years ago, it was $10,000 and now it's $18,000. So yeah. That's a good investment. I think my favorite part about this room, and a lot of artists have been recording in here and they say they love it. I didn't want just white walls because you'll notice throughout this space there's gonna be a lot of white walls. We decided to go with maple wood walls. So this is real wood. Some people maybe a little bit more nerdy, they think it like sounds better. I don't think it really sounds better, but it definitely feels really good.
Well, that's the
here.
funny thing is that like maple is so highly, you know, appreciated in music. You know, maple guitars, maple drums, just all kinds of stuff like that.
I didn't know that. I just
Yeah.
went with maple because it was the cheapest.
Yeah, was it really? No way.
I mean, I'm sure there was probably like a really
Yeah, like
cheap-
plywood.
Yeah, but like no, maple was the cheapest. I see this as a place where we're gonna make so much content, whether it's me or the people that book this place. So I want it to be a place that's very aesthetically pleasing. You could sit down on this couch and shoot a podcast with somebody. You know, no matter where you decide to prop up, you know, shoot a piece of content, you're gonna look like you're in a beautiful, you know, modern creative space. And
Yeah.
that was really the whole goal.
All of the studio rooms have dimmers on the side of the switches, and they go all the way down to 0. And that was super important because we can control any of the lighting. It has to be a super controllable environment to shoot, you know, high quality video. And we wanted that in every single room.
Yeah. Yeah, and most artists are like, turn the lights off. So entering the third room here, this is technically just a second booth. So essentially you can see from now, like the actual booth that, you know, everybody uses right in the middle, the control room is over there. Then this is essentially a second booth. So whenever somebody rents this place, for the 1 hourly rate, they get all 3 of these rooms. However, most people, since it's really designed for just a solo artist, most people are not really using this room. So we've been labeling it the podcast room because at first we were like, oh, maybe we'll have like a podcast set up, and that's kind of loosely what we did here. But, you know, this is really just a makeshift room. Like, if an artist comes here, if a rapper comes here and, you know, they have a producer, the producer can come sit down, you know, chill on the couch, make some beats in the headphones, you know, or take a phone call maybe while their artist friend is recording or whatever, manager, guest, girlfriend, whatever, they can come here and just kind of hang out and have a private space. That's pretty much it for now. And I mean, also you could record a full band in here
Yeah,
if you
it's
wanted
just
to.
another booth.
So as far as the aesthetics, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite room. We kind of slapped it together for now. I think we did an okay job. We had some extra panels laying around. I thought the couch was sweet, but yeah, it's a work in progress, man. You know, it's not gonna be perfect. And now we're entering the common area. Woo! Here we got Noah hard at work. Noah is what I call my get shit done guy. So every team needs a guy like Noah that gets shit done. Basically, tell him to fucking get anything done and he'll get it done. Literally anything. But yeah, this is just our common area, man. I mean, just a place to lounge and chill and fucking kick it, man. Have meetings in here, you know, brainstorm ideas, talk about content, talk about music, talk about life. You know, we got our little Xbox 360 that was donated to us. So if you want a little throwback, we can't afford the PS5, so somebody wants to get me a PS5. And also you'll notice some of these wacky paintings on the wall. Cool part about these paintings is they were actually included in the sale of the building. So I negotiated to have them because this building was an art gallery before. I picked out 2 paintings that I really liked and I was like, these are going to be a part of the sale of the building. So, and another panel, like we said. So if you want to record in the common room, for whatever reason,
Send it.
it's gonna be a lot of reverb. I might as well show the bathroom because I'm very proud. Are the bathrooms clean?
Yeah, I mean, take a look.
I think this is sick. The titty bulb, the green titty bulb light, bro. Those were like $300 a piece, bro. Are they fire? I don't know. They're kind of blinding. Also, we didn't even really show the hallway, but this is the hallway that we skipped. But one day, this wall, this big empty white wall is gonna be full of plaques, bro. Talking gold plaques, platinum plaques, YouTube 1 million subscribers, Billboard #1 on the Hot 200, Spotify 1 billion streams, Grammy. I think that's it. I think that's all of the plaques. But we can't get them unless you record here, so ivokc.com. Kitchen, most important, the fridge. What's in the fridge? Okay. And yes, if you book this, you can have whatever you want in the fridge. But yeah, kitchen, custom cabinetry. This is not no Home Depot, built from scratch. Green tile is a vibe. Also with the white grout, looks super fire. And how could we forget? The fuck? Now it's time for the crown jewel, Studio A. This is our big boy room. This is the best part. You have to walk through this door, right? And then it has to shut before we can open the next door because just great engineering.
Yeah, it's on purpose. It's for air tonality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. Come on in. Oh yeah, here we are. This is the room where all of those plaques that I said that are gonna go on that wall, it's gonna be made in here. What can I really say? Just soak it up.
So we really wanted a space that was big enough and had enough equipment and enough resources to record anything, any genre, any sized band, any kind of artist. So the only way that we could get that done is by using an analog console. And we ended up going with the SSL Origin. This is 32 channels. And we have, effect sends, we have mic pre's, and we have equalization, small fader, large fader. We have our beautiful bus compressor that everybody talks about. The only thing this thing's missing is dynamics, like compression, and that's what I kind of compensated with over here. Two 1073s, one's in maintenance right now. I have two more 2-Tech CL1Bs. I have a stereo pair of the distressors, and then I have a 10-slot 500 series rack, and stereo pair of de-essers, stereo pair of Mag EQs, 4 DBX 560As, and then a stereo imager. Then we have our guest panel, and then just a guitar amp thingy.
And what's this big old goofy Mickey Mouse looking at that thing?
This is my granddad's reel-to-reel. And it's just a TIAC A3440. Instead of using a tape emulation plug-in, we can actually run it through. It's actually wired into the patch bay, so we have it patched in.
Yeah, if you want your record to sound like it was made on tape, we can actually do it.
Yeah.
Not just with a plug-in, not AI, like real. All right, tell them about the speakers, the big boys.
Okay, so
the things that have drove our fucking head in.
We built these completely from scratch. Was that a great idea? I don't know, but we're done now. We did it.
We did it.
Our studio designer, Steven Durr, he's designed over 2,500 studios. So he helped us. We, brought him on the team. And I wanted it to look more modern, but also you could just do any genre. You could do country on these, you can do hip hop on these, and it doesn't feel like you're in the wrong room. Then down here on each side, we'll have the LEA amplifier. We have a 30-band white EQ. This is our dual 18-inch bag-end subwoofers.
This is going to be black eventually. It's not supposed to be black and purple. A little bit of a shipping error, we'll say.
Still currently losing sleep.
Yeah, I actually created 3D models of the entire building and spent days losing sleep trying to decide what I wanted this place to look like. And yeah, I wanted some cozy seating, man. Again, I want a place where you come and you hang out and you friggin' sit here for hours and hours and hours and listen to music because, yeah, we don't ever want you to leave. But yeah, let's go in the live room. So one thing you'll notice right off the bat is natural light. That is almost unheard of in commercial recording studios, and it was very important that we keep those. And we essentially designed most of this studio around how much windows we could keep, because one thing we hated about being in a studio is that feeling of just losing time and not knowing what time of day it is, and you walk out and you're just fucking light sun hits you, or you come into the studio before the sun is up and you leave when it's already down. That's the worst. Also, the ceiling. The ceiling is probably one of the coolest parts about this live room. That is the original ceiling from the 1950s. I had a feeling it was gonna be too loud and too reverby, echoey, but I guess that's what we did these for, huh?
Putting up those 10 panels actually made a massive difference. When I was designing this place, I really wanted it to be where you could choose. So you can have this live, echoey or whatever you want to call it room with, a long resonance and a long decay time. Or you could put a vocalist or drums or acoustic guitar in this ISO booth and be dead, just dead tight. You could do Coldplay sounding drums in here, or I could get a 3-piece set, put it in this small little ISO booth, and do real tight Fleetwood Mac, Tame Impala kind of drums. So that was the goal.
I think most people know me and my, music taste to be surrounded by hip hop, and I still love hip hop, and we're gonna have a ton of hip hop artists, but we're trying to broaden our horizons, we're trying to do a little bit of country, rock, I would love to try to get a choir in here. We wanna just try everything, and we wanted to build a studio that is comfortable for everyone, and in every type of music. Any engineers out there too, If your expertise is outside of hip hop, you know, any extra hands are always good. Let's show them the booth.
When you're recording here, you can have direct eye contact to the control room and your engineer. That was my biggest complaint when I went to some studios, was it'd be this massive place and then they have like an ISO booth just kind of in the corner and you can't see the artist. And you know, I like the intimacy. I like being able to see them, and you know, if they don't want me to look at them, I can turn them around. But yeah, I really wanted everyone to be able to have perfect eye contact. That's why there's 2 windows. This is the Neumann U87. If you've ever been to a commercial studio, you've probably seen it. We have 2 of these. You already saw the Sony C800G. So I have 8 SM57s, I have 4 SM7Bs. We have a bunch of drum mics. We have a lot of Earthworks. We have a lot of Sennheiser 421s. We have AKG D112s. We have some cool sub mics. We have a Neumann U47 FET, some Rode NT5 mics. We have everything we need to record a very large band. And if we don't have it yet, we'll get it, so.
Yeah, or maybe a company will send us some. So now I want to bring y'all to the west side of the building where we could talk about what the future of Ivy is going to be. As we walk through the big green door, you're going to see something amazing. Just kidding, it's not done yet. What you're seeing is the full west side of this building that is unfinished. Pretty much what we're gonna do with this space for now, or for the foreseeable future, is just white wall it, you know, and then we'll strip the plaster off so we'll have that nice brick, and we'll turn it into basically an event space or a private event space. So, you know, you could throw a party in here, you could do a video shoot, you could do a photo shoot, you could do product photography, you could do a comedy open mic night, you could do a business meeting, you could do a pop-up shop, you could do a meet and greet, like literally anything. Also, what you'll see, these wires, those panels that we were talking about before, so those are the wires that make up those panels. If a live streamer or a content creator wants to come here, they could literally do like a live event. They could be filming or live streaming whatever's going on in this event, and we could have somebody in Studio B or Studio A monitoring the video and the audio from the event. My goal is to definitely have like a live streamer come and do some sort of event with the public or whatever. Yeah, we could throw like little shows, little concerts, which is really dope. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the only reason why I haven't done it yet is because I don't really have the budget, and I want the place to look really good. Eventually, we want this place to be an office space. So that way, Noah and whoever's here doesn't have to work in that common area, and that can actually be just like a quiet area. They can actually come in here, work, edit, market music, podcast, like whatever. And also, we are going to put mic panels in here as well. So if for whatever reason we need extra space, although I don't think it'll really get used all that much, this is mostly gonna be a place for editing and getting the real work done, okay? The guys on the computer, those are the guys doing the real work, not any of these artists, okay? So now that the studio is finished and ready to go, I need your help. What I'm trying to do is be in here with artists, making music, and then making content around that music and putting it out on my YouTube channel. So obviously, if you're watching, you're probably an artist and you want to get in this studio and make videos and music with me. But here's the thing. I know I'm a good executive producer, but really I'm a great storyteller and I'm a great YouTuber. And if you want to be a full-time artist and you want to get your name out there through me, you got to be a little bit more than just somebody who makes great music. You need to have a great story. So I want to know, what is your story? And this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a video, and it could just be a selfie video. You don't need to make a full-blown documentary. You don't need to wow me with any editing. I just really wanna get to know you. And just tell me, like, what is your story? What are some of the things that you went through that you speak about in your music? Was there anything crazy that happened in your life? Or is there something that you think that if people knew about you, it would take your music to the next level? Because as we know, man, AI is a huge threat to us. People are out here listening to AI music, and we can't ignore that threat, you know what I'm saying? So the thing that's going to separate you guys as artists from like AI and whatever thing comes next is your humanity, is your story, is who you are. When you get in this studio and the camera's on you, people they need to start to like you. They need to maybe fall in love with you. That's how they're going to support your music, ironically, is finding more about your brand and who you are. So I want to learn a little bit about that. So make that video, tell me a little bit about who you are, right? Upload it to YouTube unlisted. This is very important. Pay attention to this. There's a little thing, it says public, private, unlisted. Make it unlisted. That way nobody's gonna see it, nobody in the public is gonna see it, right? But if you send me that link, I'll be able to see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a form down below in the description of this video. You're gonna fill out that form, okay? And then you're gonna share the link of your unlisted video in that form. Don't fuck that up. That's very important. So don't send me a Drive link. Don't be like, oh, bro, I posted on TikTok and I tagged you in it. Like, these are very simple instructions. You don't have a YouTube channel? Make one. Make a Gmail account, make a YouTube channel, upload a video unlisted. If you can't figure this out, bro, you're doomed, okay? I can't help you. If you can't even figure that out, you're screwed, bro. Like, it's over. No, but I'm serious. And I'm going to go through every single submission. And the thing is, you're going to be able to submit your music. I'm going to listen to your music, but I really do care about you and who you are and what your story is, because I'm trying to elevate you. And my goal from here on out as Pat CC, this is for all the fans, like, I am just going to be making videos about music and making music from scratch, like creating new music. So I know a lot of people, they probably want me to go back to doing aux battles or, you know, reactions and stuff like that. But man, this is just where my passion lies. So I really want to be in here as much as possible, making great music, meeting great people, and making memories that are going to last a lifetime. This is what I'm passionate about, and I'm going all in on it. If you're an artist, make sure you fill out the form, make sure you make that video, and let me know who you are, and maybe you'll be making music in the studio at Pat CC someday. For everybody that supported me thus far, I'm super, super grateful for you, and I'm really excited to enter this next chapter. And of course, drink water.